We're in Decatur because just 2% of third grade black students in the city's public schools can read at grade level. Those dismal outcomes are a symptom of a statewide problem that's ravaging Illinois schools. What follows is a complete indictment of the Illinois educational system. Poor student achievement and near zero accountability can be seen in districts across the state. Take, for example, reading proficiency for third graders in 2019. In Rockford, just 7% of black students were reading proficiently. In Elgin, only 11% of Hispanic students could read at grade level. In Decatur, it was just 16% of white students. And in Peoria, only 8% of black students can read at grade level. At Wirepoints, we took a deep dive into why this is happening, who is to blame, and how we can improve student achievement across Illinois. Today, we're focusing on Decatur because it's arguably the poster child for the education system's failures. When I first saw that only 2% of third grade black kids at Decatur public schools could read at grade level, I didn't think it was true. And so I quickly clicked over on the Illinois State Report Card to look at math results. Amazing, only 1% of kids could do math at grade level. Know that it's not much better for Decatur's white kids. Just 16% of white third graders were reading at grade level in 2019. The scores in Decatur are so low that the district has achieved a perverse form of equity where all students, regardless of color, are failing. These trends continue all the way through graduation. 74% of Decatur high school kids graduate, and yet only 13% of them can read at grade level, and only 11% are proficient in math. It just doesn't add up. The Illinois State Board of Education covers up the system's failures by selling feel-good numbers on teachers and school quality. No more than 16% of Decatur students are proficient in math or reading, and yet 99.7% of all teachers in the Decatur system were rated proficient or excellent in teaching. Charter schools are supposed to give parents another option, but here at Robertson Charter School, only 2% of kids can do math at grade level, and only 7% can read at grade level. And yet, the Illinois State Board of Education rates this school as commendable. Despite their dismal outcomes, a third of Decatur schools were given the state's second highest rating of commendable in 2019. These failures have been allowed to continue for years in Decatur and in hundreds of other school districts statewide, condemning countless children to finish school neither college nor career ready. What is it that allows these dismal student outcomes to persist without end? You can blame the state's self-perpetuating educational industrial complex. A weave of labor laws, generous benefits, complex bureaucracies, powerful administrators, and even more powerful unions ensure the system is protected against criticism from parents and taxpayers. At the heart of Illinois' educational system are some of the most union-friendly collective bargaining laws in the country. Those laws force local school districts to negotiate with teachers' unions. And if the unions don't like what a district offers during contract negotiations, they can strike. Most states aren't reckless enough to give teachers' unions that much power, but Illinois is one of only 13 states and the only one of its neighbors to legally allow its teachers to strike. Illinois' union-dominated labor laws lead to benefits most ordinary residents can only dream of. Educators receive multi-year contracts that lock in salary increases for 3, 5, or even 10 years. They get guaranteed lifetime pensions, salary spiking, pension pickups, health insurance subsidies for retirees, and more. Illinois teachers are the highest paid in the Midwest and 11th highest overall. Then there is Illinois' sprawling district bureaucracy that provides more than 12,000 administrators with salaries averaging more than $100,000 a year. Those salaries, in turn, translate into millions in pension benefits. Not to mention the back-scratching, symbiotic relationship between unions and lawmakers that protects the status quo. Illinois' educational industrial complex leaves Illinoisans with no power and no way to change things for the better. It's no wonder that an overwhelming number of parents are demanding school choice, whether they are tax credit scholarships or vouchers or educational savings accounts. Giving parents and students a choice seems to be the only way to bring hope. To learn more about how you can get involved and make a difference, text 779 Choice 4 and visit wirepoints.org to read the full report.